A Texas playwright is bringing his gospel stage play to Waco next weekend.
Yes, Jamison Charles, who we are so excited to introduce today, has an incredible story. His passion for writing began behind the walls of the Beaumont Federal Prison. That is where he wrote a book, and his play called Sometimes It's Hell Getting to Heaven.
After his release, he brought his story to life and is now sharing it with others. And joining us now to invite you to his play is the man himself, Jamison, and his wife and cast member Nisha Jamison. And Nisha, we're so glad you are both here today talking about this. If you could share a little bit, if you'd like, about kind of your background and what led to your incarceration.
Oh, I was a classic follower as a kid. I loved to follow the crowd. I was a flunky and a follower, and I followed the crowd straight to prison. And once there, honestly, I hit rock bottom. But I love to tell people I hit rock bottom and found out that God has an office down there. And he turned my life around. Honestly, I went from being in the dark to living in the light.
Wow, how did your time in prison, I love that you just said he has an office down there. I don't think I've heard that before.
A big one.
Yes. How did your experience make you a better storyteller?
Because I was able to tap into the heart of people. I could see what made people do some of the things that they did, and I was also able to see. You mean to tell me it's not impossible to come back from this? And most of the time we make these egregious errors, especially me when I was 18 years old. And you think, man, how can I ever rebound from this? And I found a way. And the way just so happens to be the way for everyone. And for me, that's God.
When did you decide you wanted to write a book and then plays? Or was it something that kind of sprung up inside you that told you to?
No, actually, it came as a request. My life was, like I said, was so bad when I was so young. I tell people my life was a plane ride. It never left the tarmac. It crashed and burned. And so, ironically, I was on a tarmac one day, going from one prison to the next, and I just had a conversation with God. I finally talked to him like he was really listening to me. And I said, well, why does everybody else get a life? What about me? Why can't I do something? How can you fix this? If you can do anything, surely you can do something with my life. And the one request I made is that he give me something for me, something that I know came from him. And he gave me the gift of writing. And it came in one day. A teacher asked me to write something, write down the worst thing that's ever happened. Now rewrite it with a happy ending. And when I did it, it became so therapeutic, I never stopped writing.
What a great exercise. That brings us to your book that we have right here. Thanks for bringing it. It's called Saved-ish. What is this about, and how did it inspire your gospel stage play? Stage play
came from the book. The book is it's a wonderful story about a church. It's a small church with big issues, and it has one person comes to this church, an interim pastor, and he changes everything. He changes the temperament of the church and the temperature of the church. And my way of looking at it is all it takes is one person sometimes. One person can change a household, one person can change a church, one person can change a community if that one person changes.
And Anisha, you're part of this passion project. Why did you decide to get involved, and how did you get involved?
I read the book. It was good. Outside of supporting my husband, and he told me he wanted to play a character. After I read the book, the character that he wanted me to play is not someone I was fond of. So I was like, I can't do this. He's like, yes, you can. So I kind of embraced the character, and I researched some things and just ministering to people, telling them about God, and do it in a way where it's funny, it's laughable, it's all those things that you want to see. So
do you have her playing the villain or something?
She's being modest. She kills it. And what she does is she doesn't just act. She acts, she sings, she choreographs some stuff. She is the real deal, and I think it just took this for everybody to see just how wonderful she is. I thought she was just a great wife. Who knew?
That's beautiful. Well, can you tell us a bit about your character and then the plot without giving too much away for people who want to go see?
I play a 70 to 75-year-old lady who is the mother of the church. She's set in her ways, and she wants everyone to do church the way she do church, which is kind of the old school gospel groove way, as we say.
I see. Okay.
What have you enjoyed? And you were going to say something. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that, yeah, what I wrote and what she eventually embodies is totally different. What I wrote was one thing, but what she does on stage is something totally different. She kills it.
and we have some pictures up showing some of the things, some of the scenes from this amazing play.
Yes.
What have you enjoyed most about the stage play, both of you?
Honestly, the reaction from the people who see the stage play afterwards, it's like, wow, did that really just happen? You wrote that in prison? Man, I'm praying that my son, my uncle, my dad who's incarcerated will come out doing something like this, making a big impact for the positive side and not the negative side. And that's, I think that's what we get most out of it, right? It's like every show, teary-eyed women and men and children sometimes are just like, that was great. And that's what we live for. That's what we do this for.
Was that the message you hoped people would take away from it, or was that a surprise to you?
Oh, that was a surprise
Okay.
because when I wrote it for 18-year-old me. I wanted to write something that would have changed my life had I seen it. And once people actually see this play, it's like, it's heart-wrenching in a way. Sometimes you're gonna laugh hard enough to cry, and then sometimes you're gonna cry, but you're gonna go on an emotional roller coaster. And I think ultimately the play shows us that it ain't over until God says it's over.
You have a partnership with Lee College. Tell us
Yes.
about that. How has that facilitated things?
I think that was another pleasant surprise. Lee College came on board with a wonderful podcast called Brandon's Commentary, and they have a great re-entry program there. And so when they found out what I was doing, they wanted in on it, but they took it to a whole nother level. And what they're gonna do is when we do this on next Saturday, February the 8th, they're gonna film it and they're gonna stream it into prisons all over the country.
Oh, wow.
And so they are gonna be able to see something that was written from where they are sitting. And so they'll know there's no excuses for you to sit back on your dreams and feel sorry for yourself. If you truly wanna redeem yourself, do it there. Don't wait till you come home. Come home redeemed and move out and make a difference in your community. That's what it's all about.
Oh my gosh, that's
Something
beautiful.
else.
Remind us again the event details, the where, the when, anything you'd like people to know about tickets or how to get
Yes,
involved.
yes, gladly. It is February the 8th, Saturday, February the 8th at the Lee Lockwood Library in Waco. It starts at 6 o'clock, doors open at 5. This play is one you can bring your whole family to. This is one you can bring your grandmother and your granddaughter. We look forward to seeing just a packed house of people who are looking for something to laugh at and be inspired by. It starts at 6 and it gets good at 6.
From the jump, right as
From
you
the
get
jump.
into it. Again, if you'd like to do so and purchase tickets, you can do that by scanning the QR code right there on your screen. It'll take you to the Eventbrite website. Before we go, what are you working on now? Can you tell us?
Oh, absolutely. I'm now working on the film version of this. I came home with dozens of stage plays, TV shows, movie scripts already written, and they're all very, very impactful, positive, and like I said, we're just getting started. So this is how you catch us early, but this is going to turn from a train to a plane real soon.
Oh, aren't we honored to be here at the beginning? Yes,
Yes.
congratulations, and excited to see you break a leg as well on stage.
I did hear someone right here mention sitcom.
Yes, absolutely. This is a sitcom. I believe it's already a sitcom. So if you're out there, you producers, you get with me, because what this does is, this is just one story, but I wrote several stories that's tied to this story. And I just believe that this is just getting started. I think we're really onto something.
All right, listen, thank you both so much. We really appreciate you being here today, talking to us, and have enjoyed our time with you as well. Again, Jamison, Sometimes It's Hell, Gettin to Heaven stage plays happening Saturday, February 8th, Lee Lockwood Library. You can get the tickets by scanning the QR code on your screen. Thank you again to our guests, and we'll be right back.